Hey, what's going on, everybody? Justin here, and about a week ago, I posted my video sort of reflecting on my 2021 reading goals and kind of looking back on last year and seeing how I did with the goals that I set for myself. And if you want to watch that, I'll leave the card right up there, as you can just watch me talk about me failing miserably at my 2021 reading goals. Just in general, I think I only hit like 3 or 4 of the goals out of 10. Don't ask me why I set 10, because after kind of thinking about it for the past week or so, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna set myself 10 goals. It's just like too, it's just kind of weird and too many. So I have 4 goals, and I want to stand here in 2023, January of 2023, and be like, yes, I actually hit all 4 of my 2022 reading goals. So here we go. Let's just go ahead and get started. The first one is going to be the same one that I set every year, and it's to read 52 books, 1 book for each week of the year. And the reason I do this is I know it's very obtainable. It's still like a lot of books for a lot of people, compared to some people that might only read, a handful of books in the whole year, don't read at all. But, compared to some people in the, on BookTube or the Bookternet or whatever, I've seen people like on Instagram, reading like 250, 300 books. 52 books is pretty modest in, I guess, in the bookish world, I suppose. But I know I'm going to hit it. So there's like no pressure, because I usually average around 100 books or so. And theoretically, based on the patterns, on like the page counts and stuff, when I'm doing like the statistics and stuff, I seem to alternate like really, really good years. Or at least for me, or I think I read around 40. It's really goofy. 46,000 pages. Like 2018, 2020, and then 2019, 2021, it was like 31,000 pages each, and they were only off by like a few hundred pages, like in the 2 years that like lined up with each other. So this is an even year, so I might be able to read a little bit more. I think 2020 was sort of the lockdown, so I got, basically a free like 2 months of just like reading extra. So that was probably that. But anyways, like I said, I'm setting 52 books, easy to hit for me, so no pressure there. So that's a gimme. Secondly, I'm going to keep my read at least 12 Oxford Very Short Introductions throughout the course of the year, so averaging 1 a month. And I think I'm going to use this one this year maybe to sort of branch out and kind of look at different nonfiction subjects or different academic subjects that maybe I kind of like, or I'd like to learn more about, and kind of just branch off and try some new stuff with those and see if anything pans out, if anything like really sparks an interest in stuff like that. I'll probably still read a few history ones, a few nature ones, but maybe some of the history ones will also be like kind of topics that I don't read about normally. Just kind of branch out a little bit, just try to find some new genres, because nature and history obviously don't have enough apparently to occupy my time. Man, you could read 1,000 nature books a year and never like get through it all. But anyways, I think that one's pretty achievable, to be honest. I mean, they're only like, I think the longest one I've seen is like 160 pages or 180 pages, something like that. So they're, very short introductions for a reason. All right, and number 3, I want to do more buddy reads just in general with people, on Bookstagram or BookTube or BookTwitter or whatever, like book kind of account you have, I do want, this is something I've done sporadically, I guess, over my, my BookTube history, I suppose. I do have one slated with Brandon from Brandon's Bookshelves. We're going to read Becoming Wild by Carl Safina, which is somewhere. I think it's actually in the other room, because knowing me, I didn't have the book ready. But anyways, I think we were planning to read that now in February. So I would like to try to do something like maybe 1 buddy read a month, or at least 1 buddy read every other month. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know down in the comments below, either that just kind of generally that you're interested and want to do it, or like kind of some titles that you'd like to see have buddy reads, or if you have a specific title you want to buddy read as well. Probably gonna keep it like nature and history, just so I'm not like super, like just a dud, like reading like a really good book from another genre and just be like, I don't know, it just wasn't like my thing, but yeah, let me know if anyone is interested down below. And then lastly, my main, I guess, bookish goal of the year here that I'm kind of going to do on my channel. As you probably know if you're watching this video, I read a lot of nature books. This is like kind of my little nature ish kind of section and whatnot, I kind of want to start reading some more of the, the nature classics, I guess. There's the English classics, right? Or the classics of like world literature and all that kind of stuff, But there's also, kind of like the nature canon, the nature environmental writing kind of stuff, like I want to read more like John Muir, Thoreau, more of like Rachel Carson, let's see, like Darwin, like Gretel Ehrlich, uh, Peter Matheson, Aldo Leopold. There's probably a whole slew of others, like Sigurd Olsen, that I'm thinking of. I just kind of want to read more of like I said, the kind of the fundamental pillars of environmental writing. I don't know. I just, like I said, it's something that I kind of have wanted to do for a while, and I just every now and then I'll read something. Like I'll read a little bit of, like last year I think I read some Rachel Carson. I've read like John Muir a little bit before, but a lot of these authors also have a pretty extensive corpus, bibliographies and stuff. So I think just getting kind of my toes wet and a little bit, I guess going a little bit deeper rather than just getting my toes wet in some of the kind of the classics of the nature canon, I think will be a lot of fun. And if why do I keep saying pans out recently? I think that's like been my new catchphrase, and I don't like it. I might have a series kind of to tie in with that if I enjoy like some of these classics of nature writing and all that kind of stuff. So I think that might be a lot of fun, and that's going to be sort of my vague, nebulous focus of 2022. As far as like my reading habits go, that sort of thing. Obviously, I'm still gonna read a lot of just regular nature books, a lot of history books, and then a few smattering of like other stuff, like my Warhammer books. I think it's like the only fiction I read. Maybe a little bit more Tolkien, stuff like that. But anyways, those are my 4 reading goals that I have for 2022. Let me know if you have a video kind of like similar to this. I know a lot of booktubers kind of do this sort of video. And if you aren't a booktuber, let me just know like what your kind of most important goal that you're going to strive for in this reading year of 2022. And no matter whatever your goals are, oh my gosh, I forgot to do all my plugs. Probably would have just been better if I would have just skipped it, but I'm closing in on 500 sales on Etsy, so definitely check out my Etsy shop if you haven't already. I got some nature quotes, I got some ideas kind of panning out for that as well. But anyways, check out the Etsy shop, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of good stuff, and whatever your goals are for 2022, read victoriously.